Alright, so the main man himself, Packgod, released this video where he basically talks about his Packgod character and how it started as an ironic joke, which evolved to what it is now. He also debunks a few allegations and claims made against him, like the 5'1" meme that everyone thinks is the funniest joke ever made. It wasn't that funny, you guys, come on now. Even before this video was made, I was a little skeptical about this claim. No one has any credible source to back up this assertion other than that time low tier god was like, ain't you 5'1"? And everyone proceeds to use that as valid evidence. Well, it turns out he's not 5'1", he's 5'10". Another big claim made against him was that his videos were staged. He says that his videos aren't pre-planned or orchestrated in any way. I recommend watching his video for full details because surprisingly, he handles the criticism and allegations very well. I say surprisingly because admittedly, I thought he was just a grown man with a middle schooler brain this whole time. I didn't think to consider that he was playing a character. It's made even more clear by his profile picture. For the longest time, I thought the reason why he had his profile picture as King from One Punch Man was that he just liked the character and that's it. The king being his profile picture is symbolically important. It reflects the wimpy and ludicrous character that is Packgod, which is similar to how the king is in One Punch Man. A big old joke of a person that no one really takes seriously. I've actually briefly mentioned Packgod in a video before. I've expressed my frustration about his contribution to growing Belle the Wolf's fan base and that him making videos on her was doing nothing but feeding her the attention she desires. It also didn't help that he made a sequel, which I can't seem to find anymore on his channel except for this re-upload. I'm gonna sound like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist right now, but I was starting to think Packgod and Belle the Wolf were secretly allies. Can you really blame me? I mean, it makes sense. Packgod makes a roast video on her, entertaining his fanbase while receiving revenue in the process, and Belle the Wolf on the other hand gets more exposure, an undeniable deal right there. And for those reasons, I had a sour taste in my mouth anytime the name Packgod was mentioned. Other than that, I just thought he was low-key corny and that's it. I didn't have a burning hate towards him or anything. I recognize that his target demographic is kids and not me. I and other people may not find his content entertaining, but there are other people who do, and you know what? That's okay. He's essentially the modern day Rice Gum, except Packgod is a literal saint compared to Rice Gum. If you know, you know. Packgod's character dedication is low-key, kind of admirable. Content creators having an alter ego is nothing new. Francis, Pink Eye, Psycho Dad, fucking Ice Show Speed. He barks, shouts, does the whole soo thing. Sorry to burst your bubble, this is going to be like telling you Santa Claus isn't real, but this is a character Ice Show Speed is playing. He doesn't act like this genuinely. It's what us content creators do. To some extent, we all play a character, or at least say or do something that makes someone raise an eyebrow, laugh, cringe, whatever it is. I strongly believe all content creators are not 100% authentic. You could be 40% authentic, 60%, 70%, 90%, 95%, but never 100%. Me personally, I think I'm somewhat authentic. Hopefully there are some moments in my videos where you can tell that I'm playing a character. My character resembles a guy who is arrogant, ignorant, and is a little whiny. From time to time, I'll say something pretty over-exaggerated, you can say, like... Just imagine being a toddler in this time, right now, and growing up and actually saying, oh yeah, I remember the troll face funk in it, nostalgia. And these Gen Alpha kids' childhood memories will sadly consist of YouTube shorts, Skibidi Toilet, and this. And do I actually think Gen Alpha growing up with Skibidi Toilet and Sigma troll face edits is insane? It's a little cringe, but honestly, I really don't care. I really don't give two shits. If that's what they grew up with, you know what? That's okay. At least they're happy, right? Actually, maybe the Sigma troll face edits are a bit much. Okay, not the troll face edits, Skibidi Toilet. If you grew up with Skibidi Toilet, you know what? I'm happy for you. And also, that was before I watched Skibidi Toilet. I can't believe that's a sentence I can actually say, because I actually did watch the entirety of Skibidi Toilet. Yeah, I think I was unfair to Skibidi Toilet. You know, I still don't think the series is good, but you gotta give me some props for actually taking the time out of my day to watch Skibidi Toilet to form my own opinion and not listen to what the internet says. I do feel that it could be a problem because there's gonna be some people who can't really tell if I'm joking, if I'm playing a character. Like my recent video about gooning, I made very little jokes in that video to let people know that this isn't something that, you know, I really find particularly humorous. But this video, on the other hand, I do treat it as a joke. I mean, why do you think it's like 3 minutes long? Yeah, I don't like funk still, don't get me wrong, but the way I approached it is a little immature, and that's kind of the point. That's like my character. And I don't even talk about funk as a whole. I only talked about it for like a few parts, and then the rest of the video is just me dunking on Sigma edits. The main takeaway from all of this is, to some extent, every content creator plays a character, or at least plays a character for a brief moment. It's part of our jobs. We bring entertainment, and Packgod, well, he does provide it. Do I think it's entertaining? Me? Personally, no. But other people do, and that's okay. Humor is subjective. There are people who will not find my jokes funny, and you know what? That's okay, cause I'm not for everyone, and so is Packgod. Packgod's biggest crime is simply being a cornball, and I'm glad that that's it. It could have been worse. He could have been a pedo. He could have been an abuser. You know what I mean? So even though Packgod's content isn't my cup of tea, I at least now acknowledge that, you know, it's all a character, and thankfully he actually isn't like this. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd give my input on all of this. Yeah, good night.